Hi everyone, Tori here with another Project Life process video. This one is called Thrill, and I'm actually going to be making an insert, and I'm going to be using my Photo Fuse tool. So in order to make the insert, I'm using a Design D page protector, and the reason I chose Design D was because I had two vertical photos, and Design D has vertical photo pockets. So what I'm going to do first is I'm using that Design D page protector and I'm chopping it down so that I'm just using the furthest left hand side, which is two 4x6 vertical spots. And I'm also going to be using my fuse to seal that up afterwards. And I'm also going to be using my fuse to create one of those pockets I'm going to turn into two 3x4 slots. So first I'm going to just decide which photos I want where and figure out where I want those so that I can get those in place. And then the other photos I have, one is a 4x6 horizontal photo and the other one is a 3x4 horizontal photo. So that's like a lot of math, like too much math for me. I'm cutting the 4x6 down to a 3x4 so that I just have two 3x4 photos. And then I'm going to use my fuse tool to seal down the middle of that so that it creates two pockets. And I decided to just go through the Carolina Moon Project Life cards just to see what I wanted to use. And I decided to use this card here. It says Thrill on it. And it's a 4x6 card and it's really pretty. It's got like a photo sort of design underneath where the word Thrill is. And I thought it would look really cute on this photo of my friend riding her bike, which I took last year. So first I began by trimming that 4x6 card in half, and the reason I did that is because the two photos on the back of that will be 3x4, and I'm going to create it in pocket. So first I'm sticking the one card in there where I want it to go and pushing it down to the edge. Then I'm grabbing my ruler to help me create the line. Actually, I decided it would be... What did I decide to do? Yeah, I'm using my ruler to create a line and just using my fuse tool, which I have heated up for about 15-20 minutes. If you have a fuse tool and you don't know how to use it, I have a how-to video, which I'll link up for you below. But basically, you just roll the tip and it creates a pocket, which is perfect. And then I'm just slipping the cards in there just to make sure that they fit and everything, and it does. So the front of the insert will have that one photo of my friend riding her bike and the card Thrill. And then the back will just have three photos, one 4x6 and then two 3x4. So I'm just trying to decide what to do here. The photo of my friend riding her bike was, I printed off with my Canon selfie, so it was slightly smaller than a true 4x6. So I decided to just use a piece of paper from a 4x6 or 6x6 paper pad and trim that down. And I'm going to mount my photo of my friend riding her bike onto that, just so that it has, so that it's true to the 4x6 size. So just to tell you a little bit about this photo, this is my friend, and she is in the Bible study that my mom and I are in, and we meet Saturday mornings to plan for the Bible study. So the Bible study is Tuesday nights, but we plan on Saturday mornings. And then after our Bible study that day, she was riding her bike home, and we were driving to the church, and we saw her, and I just snapped this photo out my window, and I just love that the sun is shining, and she just looks so happy, which I thought was really sweet. So I'm going to keep the embellishment pretty simple on this card. I grabbed a 4x6 card and cut it down and trimmed out the title and stuck it on the bottom of that card. I'm going to stamp the date on the Thrill card. I used repetitive stamping there, and then I'm going to just add my journaling onto that card too. I'm using a Project Life 0.01 pen to add the journaling just about how we saw her riding her bike, and just thought she looked so beautiful and carefree. And then I'm just seeing if there's any other embellishments left over in my Carolina Moon Studio Calico kit that I want to add. And I thought about adding these beautiful sunglasses that were a sticker, but I didn't want to put the whole circle, so I decided to just trim around the sunglasses and just place the sunglasses on that thrill card. And this is one of the things I really love doing in Project Life. I love taking embellishments and trimming them and just changing it up, changing the way they look to make it my own. And then I'm just going to, I was trying to decide whether or not I wanted to add one of those red chipboard hearts. And I do end up using one on that bottom card, or I used two of them. I like them in pairs or twos or threes, and I think they look good there. And then I'm also going to use some of these chipboard. There's sort of like a copper color star, and just going to add one of those beside the thrill. And I'm using my hot glue gun here to do my adhering because I love my hot glue gun. And I've had a couple questions about hot glue guns lately on my scrapbook pages, so I did want to say that I use my hot glue gun for almost everything just because it's super fast and easy and it's a cheap adhesive. From what I've been able to find online, it is archivally safe, but personally, I don't really care about being archivally safe, so that's not something that really bothers me. But if it did bother you, maybe you could do more research to find out if it is. I try not to use the hot glue gun on the photo, although sometimes I forget. But it's so great for embellishments because my embellishments never fall off. And there's nothing that drives me more crazy than embellishments falling off inside the page protectors. Like, that just drives me bonkers. So I like using my hot glue gun to just make sure that everything is stuck down and is sticking where it's going to go. So now onto the other side of this insert. These photos are from a games night of my friends and I. We went to a local, what do you call it, a board game restaurant. There's one near our house in Markham, and it's a board game restaurant. So like you go and they have a whole wall of board games and you pay for a drink or pay to play, and then you just play for however long. You play as many board games as you want, and it's really fun. So a bunch of us girls decided to go and just hang out at this board game restaurant, and we were playing different card games. I think we were playing Crimes Against Humanity, which is a hilarious, if not somewhat inappropriate sometimes, but it's a funny game. And I was taking a picture of some of the cards that my friends were holding up and them. This is my friend Jenica, and I just matted that on a 4x6 gray piece of paper. And then I'm rounding the corners on all my cards, which is my favorite thing to do. And then I have some other photos of some of the friends from that night just in those top cards. Now, there's not really space for a Project Life card here. So what I decided to do instead was just add like very minimal embellishments and things like that to the cards. I was trying to see if there were any cards that I wanted to trim things out of because I like doing that. And I end up trimming this ampersand out of one of the painted squares that I got. And I just fussy cut around it, and then I'm going to adhere that to the bottom card there. And I think that's a nice way to use up some of those Project Life cards, because the truth is you get so many of them, and it also creates something a little different. Especially if you buy the core kits, you get so many of the exact same cards, so it's nice to mix up how you use them. I was trying to see if there were any of these pink sentiment strips that I wanted to use, and I think there was one that said Fun and Games or something like that. And I end up using that. And then Girls Night, I think I used that too. And sometimes I just tear these out. I don't know, for some reason I decided to trim them out here. I'm just trying to see if there was anything else that I wanted to use, and I'm going to adhere that on that ampersand. I love those sentiment strips, but I especially love like the sticker ones, because these ones, like once you start tearing it apart, they all fall apart. But the sticker ones, they all stay on the backing. So like I just got the Tim Holtz ones that are like word strips, and I really love them because they're stickers and they all stay in one pack. But I like these ones. They're pink, which I love, so they're still good. So I wanted to say that I know that I haven't done my 1,000 subscriber giveaway video yet. Like I did the video, but I haven't announced yet who the winner is, and I did pick the winners. I just have to put the video together and upload it. So that is coming soon. So sorry if you've been waiting. And I also have a couple more videos, and then I have a Calico video, and I have my new Studio Calico Galileo unboxing video. Now what I'm probably going to do, just because I have so many videos to upload, I had a really busy week last week, so I was in Calgary and it just was like crazy and I didn't have any time to upload all the photos that I wanted to upload. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably upload the Galileo unboxing video first, because I know people are waiting for that, and then I will do the other videos and the Calico video, and I'll also do the giveaway announcement. So that is coming. Thanks so much for being patient with me. I know it's probably frustrating, but I've just been so busy. Like, June is the worst month for me, so just expect that this whole entire month my videos are going to be all over the place. I have like 4 or 5 videos that just need to do the voiceover for and then be uploaded, but it just takes time to sit down and do the voiceover, and the hard part is that, like, I'm just so busy at work and everything. I work for an abuse prevention company, and we do training and consulting and policy writing and things like that. And in June we do a ton of training. Like, I have training almost every other day. Some online, some on site. Like, we flew to Calgary. We also have just a ton of training. So, and almost every weekend and a couple nights I have training too. So it's just going to be a really busy month. I just need to make it through June. So hang in with me. I will be making more videos, I hope, and uploading them and playing with the Galileo kit eventually if I get any time at all. And thanks so much for subscribing, liking, and commenting. You guys are just wonderful. I just appreciate you so much. So a little bit back to what I was doing. I added some of those red chipboard hearts, and then I grabbed some gold stars that I had to their chipboard as well, and I'm just adding those around the photo just to embellish it a little bit. I also am using my hot glue gun to stick everything down just because I love it and it's super easy to embellish that way. And I'm just going to show you the pictures, and then I'm going to use my We Are Memory Keepers fuse tool to just fuse the pocket shut because the pockets are still open and I don't want the cards to fall out. So I decided to adhere those top 2 photos to the card on the other side just because they were a little smaller, and I was okay with the little white showing, but I just wanted it to stay in place. So I'm sticking those in. And then I'm going to use my ruler along the edge and just use the hot fuse tool, which has been sitting there, to just fuse the edges. And it works perfectly. It's super easy and it seals it so those won't come out. And one thing to note is that if you have bulkier embellishments like right at the edge, it can make it a little harder. So, but it works fine. So I'm going to slow this down for you so that you can see the cards. I'll hold them up for you so you can see the finished product. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope you have a lovely day. Bye.